Little look at the past of the SEC where Georgia Tech used to be a member. All right, let's talk some basketball. Semifinal matchup, Tennessee and Arkansas. Chris Lofton hit the winning shot for Tennessee against South Carolina yesterday, but for most of the game, Wayne Chisholm carried the balls.
And I think all season long, while we have talked about this Tennessee squad and how good they really have been, it always seems that the conversation gets around to the guards. But actually, I think Wayne Chisholm should get an awful lot of pats on the back because he was great yesterday. They got him the passes in the right places, but he hit a couple of threes yesterday. He did everything he has been doing all season long, and that's leading this Tennessee squad on the inside. All
right, what about our Pontiac keys to the game?
Well, I think the keys for the game for both of these clubs, when we take a look at what they've been able to do all season long, I think the half-court defense for Arkansas is key today against a very good offensive team of Tennessee. For the Volunteers, it's simply balanced scoring. They've got the good shooting outside, and it looks like they've developed a very strong inside game, too.
The winner advances to the championship final game tomorrow. In the regular season, Tennessee an easy winner in Knoxville, but they expect a tough game tonight. Opening tip when we return.
Back in Atlanta, which has been ravaged by 2 days of storms, the Georgia Dome suffering damage and unsafe. So the SEC tournament is here on the Georgia Tech campus at the Alexander Memorial Coliseum, and we're ready for the semifinal round. And the first game, Arkansas and Tennessee. Here are the way the Razorbacks will line up to start the game. Darian Towns, 18 points and 7 boards in the quarterfinal win over the Commodores, with Weems, Hunter, Irvin, and Beverly rounding out the Arkansas starting lineup. And the Vols will start this way with Chris Lofton, who only had 10 points. He was 1 of 9 until he took the game-winning shot, and he hit a 3 to give the Vols the victory, move them into the semifinals. He's joined by Tyler Smith, Chisholm, Jawan Smith, and Ramar Smith for the Volunteers. And let's go to Dave Baker.
Hey, Tom, after last night, everybody wondering, okay, where were you when? As far as the Arkansas Razorbacks go, they have actually been watching our coverage of the game, and then when the delay hit, they went to watch some tape. For the Tennessee Volunteers, they were actually in the Marriott underneath a big skylight, and Bruce Pearl said that they were going through a walkthrough when they began to sense that something was not as normal. As far as the preparations go, these teams weren't over at the Dome, and they didn't have their regular routines interrupted. They got a few extra hours of rest. So in terms of preparation for this game, Tom, should be a lot less impact on these two teams than the two teams we'll see in tonight's second semifinal.
All right, Buzz, that's right. Alabama had to wait about an hour to finish their overtime game. And, of course, Kentucky and Georgia didn't play until noon today. So those two will match up in the second semifinal coming up later. John Pelphrey, head coach at Arkansas. They're playing to ensure themselves of an NCAA tournament invite. And, of course, if they win the championship, it's automatic. That's what they're aiming for. They lost by 22 in Knoxville earlier, but both Tennessee and Arkansas expecting a closer game tonight. Bruce Pearl talking to us before the game and telling us that he thinks on the body of work for this season, his team has wrapped up a #1 seed in the NCAA tournament no matter what happens here, but they don't want to leave anything to chance. They want to win out if they can.
Hard to argue with what he put forward as far as discussing with us what he thought his chances were of getting a #1 seed. I mean, everything that he told us fell right in line with probably what the committee is thinking about. I think he absolutely deserves a #1 seed. The question is, does he deserve the #1 seed?
Right, the #1 seed overall in the entire tournament. Conventional wisdom says probably North Carolina, but who knows?
Tom, a really quick history lesson here. I will tell you that I played a game here back in 1963. We were the #1 team in the country. So you take a look at the officials here, Doug Shows, Joe Lindsey, and Mike Nance. And we started off 10-0 that year. And Georgia Tech was a member of the Southeastern Conference. When we came in here, we were 10-0, as I said, and we got beat. And then we went from here to Nashville and got beat. So we were the #1 team in the country and 0-2 in the Southeastern Conference. Although, to finish up that story, we did go on and win the SEC title that year.
Georgia Tech had a history of ruining Kentucky winning streaks. In the 50s, Kentucky had the longest streak in the nation, and Georgia Tech was the one that ended it. Here's Arkansas controlling the opening tap. In their meeting in Knoxville, February 13th, Tennessee won 93-71. Wayne Chisholm and Tyler Smith with 15 each. Sonny Weems had 20 for Arkansas.
I expect a real physical game between these two clubs here today. I think their defenses have really stepped up the last couple of weeks. Good move there by Smith.
Ramar Smith with a steal. Jawan Smith with the finish.
Here comes that press again. Face guard. Don't let the man get to the ball. Once they get the ball, then they just back off and let him dribble it up.
This is the fourth meeting in the SEC tournament between these two teams. Tennessee with a 2-1 lead in the previous three.
Sonny Weems handling the basketball. How about the job defensively he did on Shane Foster yesterday? I thought he was outstanding.
Hunter, nobody picked him up. Clear path to the basket to tie the game at 2. Chisholm for 3. And rebounded by Patrick Beverly,
who is the best rebounding guard in the Southeastern Conference.
Irvin's 3 rims out into the arms of Chisholm. Lofton being guarded by Irvin.
Good matchup right there. Irvin very quick on defense. He may prove to be tough to handle for Lofton.
Tyler Smith. Baseline over Hunter. Fall away is good. Tyler Smith. Took him a while to get started yesterday. Scored all his points in the second half, but here he opens up with an early bucket. Sonny Weems. Here's Irvin. Lamar Smith defends him.
Both clubs being very patient on offense to start this game.
6 to shoot. Hunter fakes. Delivers a pass to Beverly. And it rolls in for Patrick Beverly from Hunter.
A little role reversal there. The center giving the ball to the guard. Lofton.
Tried to dish it. Deflected away. 3-on-3. Weems inside. Here's Towns. Nice rebound. Chisholm second.
Tennessee wants to run. They love the transition game.
Tyler Smith jump stop bucket good. His second bucket. 3 minutes into this semifinal matchup. Pick and roll. Towns as a reach-in foul. It's on Jawan Smith.
Top for an offense for Tennessee. Bruce Pearl really tries to go inside to Tyler Smith as much as he can, and he'll also allowing that dribble penetration. He is very, very good for his size at getting into that lane with that basketball.
Darian Towns at the free throw line for the Razorbacks, the 6'10 senior from Alexandria, Virginia. Tyler Smith rebounds the free throw miss. Tennessee still by 2. And here's a push away from the basketball. Arkansas's first foul. It's on Patrick Beverly.
You know, John Pelfrey at halftime yesterday, when he was talking to Dave Baker going to the locker room, he was a little upset with his club with the fact that they committed all those fouls in the first half yesterday. Tried to calm it down a little bit in the second half. They did commit a lot of fouls.
Duke Cruz off the Tennessee bench for a deuce.
I said they had to have balance in scoring. All so far, it's been all inside.
And they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Jordan Howell defending Stephon Welch. A couple of the subs that came in at the last dead ball. Towns traveled. Second Arkansas turnover.
Kind of nice to watch Duke Cruz get back in the flow of things. Well, that's a nice turnaround jump hook right there. He has given them a lot of good minutes off of that bench.
Here's Arkansas giving Tennessee a little taste of its own medicine. J.P. Prince missed the reverse. Stephen Hill, the 7-footer, intimidating him, but there's Cruz to put it back. And Tennessee now 8 of their first 10 to lead at 10-4.
Tom, they're getting a lot of baskets inside against this Arkansas defense. Jawan Smith really putting pressure on Irvin out front.
8 points in the paint for the Vols. Beverly around Jordan Howell. Over him, missed the shot. It was off Cruz, though, and it'll belong to Arkansas. When we come back, SEC semifinals, Bruce Pearl and the Vols, regular season champions, leading Arkansas by 6. I think thinks you've made an early exit from the Georgia Dome last night and had time to work on that.
May have been a few stops before she started working on it, too.
8 of Tennessee's 10 points have come in the paint, and with those high percentage shots, they're hitting 5 of their first 7. Arkansas is 2 of 5. Neither team has a 3-point field goal. Tennessee has out-rebounded Arkansas 4-2. Weems came up short as he drove to the basket, got his own rebound, and put it home. That was Thomas, that got the putback. So Charles Thomas off the bench for a quick 2.
Oh, my! How about Tyler Smith?
And a little spring in his step as he hops back down court. He has a half dozen points, and that's one they'll remember for a while. And that was over a 7-footer who could only watch. Collision, blocking foul, Tennessee's J.P. Prince.
Well, if you like flushes, this one is about as good as it gets. Look at this. I mean, a strong move. Tom, you were right. He was a little slow yesterday. Oh, my goodness, did he ever extend. He was a little slow yesterday getting out of the game, but today, I mean, he has just run out of there as quickly as he can.
That was over now. Stephen Hill, who is 7 feet tall with a wingspan of a condor.
That was most impressive.
Nice catch for the cheerleader. Duke Cruz rejecting Beverly's inbound try, so they'll switch. Beverly will come, and it'll be Weems, a little taller, to throw it in. See by the scores at tournament time. That's up for grabs. Hill's the man that grabs it, but then he goes over and back for the 3rd Arkansas turnover.
Well, Tennessee makes it so tough on the teams to throw the ball in. Even with their full court pressure, even the out-of-bounds plays underneath the other team's basket. It's just make it so hard.
Yeah, especially those inbounds plays under the goal. Chisholm short on the 3. He's misfired twice now from 3-point range as Thomas gets it to Weems. Weems up and under. Nice move. No finish. And Prince takes it the other way. Trailing Howell, 3-pointer, no good. Hill gives it up to Beverly. Beverly racing against Prince. Got it.
A lot of action up and down the court.
This is what we expected to see.
Exactly. Both of these teams do like to run.
4-point game. Now the half-court offense.
Tell you what, if I'm Beverly, I think I'd close in on Lofton a little bit closer. Even when he's 22 feet out, he's still liable to put it up.
10 to shoot and counting. Lofton working his way to the rim, and he got it.
That's the threat of that 3-point shot. Look at this run out.
Beverly beat him down court.
Well, Tennessee just not getting back on defense. Arkansas with a couple of good runouts already in this first half.
Chisholm helps break the pressure. The big man still on the way. He went for the jam and a violent collision. And Chisholm will shoot free throws. The foul is on Stephen Hill.
You know what I think Hill was thinking? He said, "You're not going to do it to me again."
He made sure. Might have gotten the foul, but he didn't get the embarrassment.
That's right. He says, "I've seen one of those. I'm not going to look at another one."
Lane Chisholm, that's what he did against South Carolina yesterday, and they needed every bit of it to beat the scrappy Gamecocks.
Boy, was Devin Downey outstanding yesterday. I mean, he was as good in that game as any individual player I have seen all year.
Lane Chisholm with a big grin as they get all the Arkansas subs straightened away. Ron Pelfrey. Fun to watch. Chisholm makes it a 5-point game. That's his first point.
Double high post pick right there, and Irvin used it to give it back up to Thomas.
Towns backing in on Williams, who's come into the game for Tennessee. Offensive rebound. Thomas Wells muscling it up, traveled.
Yeah, in the professional leagues, anytime you see a guy go in for a layup, usually his man will run out. Watch Chris Lofton right here. He takes it down inside and gets it up and quickly gets it in the basket. Guess who was guarding? The man who made the layup at the other end, Patrick Beverly.
Chisholm, a wide open Lofton. Three-pointers no good. Snatched away by Hunter. Spotted for the three. Welch of Arkansas. Stephon Welch. Welch had an unbelievable start to the game yesterday against Vanderbilt when he scored 11 points. I don't think he scored again at the rest of the game.
No, he didn't. And he hits his first 3 threes. He made all 3 of them in the first half. He's a 6-foot long.
A sprinter. Technical foul, John Pelfrey.
Well, John Pelfrey's been a little upset with the first couple of minutes of this game and kind of been leaning on these officials last a little bit, and I think Joe Lindsey just about had enough. Turned around and teed him.
And they called a foul on Sonny Weems, which drew the ire of John Pelfrey. And Chris Lofton, best free throw shooter in the SEC, hits 2. Now it's 17-13 Tennessee. Vols with a basketball. Nice jump out by Towns to stop Jawan Smith.
Omar Smith looking back at Bruce Pearl to see what play he wants run. I don't think Chisholm's supposed to be out there.
10 to shoot. There goes Chisholm. Missed the layup. Williams one-hands the rebound. No-look pass was picked off by Irvin. Welch for 3. Got another one. Back-to-back threes by Stephon Welch. Makes it a 1-point game.
Doing what he did yesterday.
Traveling.
I don't know what it is about Welch in the first half.
Welch has those 2 Arkansas three-pointers, and Tennessee still firing blanks. There's a volunteer foul. It's on Tyler Smith. His first. 3rd.
With that call. Thought his man just simply slapped the ball and got the arm.
Hunter pitches it into Beverly. 12 minutes left in the opening half. Towns with a nice screen for Beverly. Williams tried to step out and tripped Patrick Beverly. From the clock opening half, we will take a break. Tennessee and Arkansas in a close one. 12 minutes to play in the first half. Tennessee leading Arkansas by 1. And here's something we've come to know and love, the Power 25, presented by Q from Quaker State, with Tennessee coming in as the 4th place team in the AP poll, and Vanderbilt at number 18, before hoping that that will duly enhance their NCAA tournament resume. Shooting all even to open this game, 7 of 13 either end of the court, and here is a timeout as Arkansas again having trouble against the Tennessee pressure inbounding the ball. So timeout on the floor. The teams discuss strategy, and you should too. John Pelfrey, of course, who played at Kentucky for Eddie Sutton and Rick Pitino. His jersey retired, hangs in the rafters at Rupp Arena as one of the so-called unforgettables. And then has served his apprenticeship as a coach under Billy Donovan and under Eddie Sutton. Coached it 5 years at South Alabama.
Let's see if what he told them is going to work. Almost didn't.
Tyler Smith nearly was able to pick that one off, but not quite, and Arkansas sets it up. Hunter with a screen for Beverly. Nice pass, splitting defenders. Towns lays it in.
Oh, what a nice pass by Beverly.
Arkansas's first lead.
How often you see a guy throw a two-handed over-the-head pass? Very accurate with it.
Juwan Smith open. That's a three. Good. First three-point basket of the game for Tennessee.
He absolutely buried Arkansas in Knoxville. He had probably, I think, his best game of the year up there.
Ball's back on top thanks to that three-pointer by Juwan Smith. Irvin and Juwan Smith are having a game within the game here with a lot of jawing going back and forth. Beverly cut off. Williams came to help Lofton. Ball loose. Off Tennessee with 10 on the shot clock.
Take a look again at Juwan Smith on a nice pass by Tyler Smith, delivering it right where he needs to. Is there a better wing guy in the SEC than Tyler Smith in delivering passes? He is an outstanding passer.
Josh Tabb and Duke Cruz into the Tennessee lineup. Irvin for three as the shot clock was ticking down. Nobody can control the rebound until Towns grabs it. His third offensive board. Darian Towns. Here's Beverly's three. Good.
Tom, the offensive rebounding by Arkansas in this tournament has been astounding. They had 22 of them yesterday.
Juwan Smith answers the Beverly three. 8 points for Juwan. And Towns lays it in after they beat the defense back down court.
We got a real up and down game here. Very active. Both of these clubs love to run. They like to score points.
Midpoint of the first half, we're tied. Juwan Smith missing that three. Arkansas, Beverly trailing the play. Now Irvin takes it in and draws the foul from Ramar Smith in their win over Vandy. And he's 2 for 2 tonight, his first 2 points. Hogs by a deuce.
Juwan Smith, Tennessee, full court, face guarding. Will they run out?
Juwan Smith, Ramar Smith went for the steal. Irvin got away from him. Here's Beverly spotted for the three-pointer, short. Juwan Smith. Cruz trying to pass it, that interior passing, and it was off Tabb, or was it? That's the initial ruling, but a conference says now it'll be Tennessee's ball.
Good idea by the officials to confer on that, because on
the inbounds play, they get it to Cruz right at the rim, and he can't score, and then fouls trying to get the ball back, his first.
Tommy, he'll never get a better look at the basket than what he got right there. Bruce Pearl applauding the effort. Just couldn't get the finish. I mean, the ball is right there. All he's got to do is just put it in.
Should have dunked it. 16 fouls now against Tennessee. So the bonus, the rest of the half for Arkansas with 9 minutes left.
Illegal screen by Hill.
That's the second foul on Stephen Hill. Josh Tabb knocked on his backside by the screen.
Hill's had a couple of those in this tournament.
Jordan Howells replaced Juwan Smith. Tyler Smith is also back. Chris Lofton and Duke Cruz rounding out their lineup. J.P. Prince. Lofton, open three, coming off the screen, buries the three-pointer.
You know, Welsh has got to find a way around those screens. He knows he's got Lofton. He knows what he can do.
Irvin races down court and scores.
I'm going to tell you what, he's been at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. He's got a faster gear.
Tyler Smith for three.
You just keep going. I'll jump in there every once in a while. The way they're playing, don't need to say anything. This is terrific offensive basketball.
9 points for Tyler Smith. That's the three-point shooting. Here's another three on its way from Welch. No good after he hit his first two, but Beverly, offensive rebound. It rolls off. Washington missed, back tapped by Thomas. Out of bounds to Tennessee. But the offensive board work continues for the Razorbacks in the semis. A 2-point game. In the ACC tournament as Clemson beats Duke 78-74. North Carolina just surviving this afternoon. Tyler Hansbrough with an offensive rebound and a shot with 0.8 of a second left to beat Virginia Tech.
Two top teams in the ACC really struggled in this tournament.
Top SEC team is in a battle round with Arkansas in the semifinals, leading by 2.
And they had another one with South Carolina yesterday.
Howell, three-pointer is no good. Weems high up for the board.
Gary Irvin has really taken over this team. I mean, the last month, he has just been in a great leadership position. He really has just told everybody, get in behind me and follow me.
So I'm directing traffic there to get the set he wanted. 10 to shoot. He got a ball inside. Irvin did. He gets the assist. Charles Thomas with the finish. 4 points. 4 assists for Gary Irvin. Tyler Smith looking for somebody to pass to, didn't know what else to do with it, so he shot and made it.
You know, most guards bring the ball and penetrate from the top or from the right wing or left wing, but for him, it's almost free throw line extended into the lane. He is really good at that.
Remember, Tennessee had the edge in points in the paint early. Arkansas has taken care of that. Charles Thomas taking the ball and making the goal.
Chip, watch this pass right here. You talk about quick. I mean, he got it right where he needed to get it, and a good finish right there down inside by Michael Washington.
And Thomas gives us our 9th lead change of this first half. Williams, a screen for Lofton. Closed out, though, first time by Beverly. And then when Beverly was coming back down, Lofton launched and hit. 10 points for Chris.
SEC's best three-point shooter in the history of the three-point shot. He just keeps making them, doesn't he? Almost seems like he shoots better when somebody's on him.
Weems, somebody on him, and he can't hit. But an offensive rebound and a stick back by Charles Thomas.
Well, Thomas having great back-to-back games off of the bench for Arkansas.
Again, pounding that offensive glass. 8 offensive rebounds now by the Hogs.
They almost had as many offensive rebounds as they did defensive yesterday, 22 and 23.
Chisholm, collision, blocking foul, Arkansas. It'll be...
We're going to get technical fouls here.
Looks like Doug Shouse has called technical fouls, 1 each way. Thomas trying to take the charge. Called for the blocking foul.
Go back and take a look at this play again. You'll see Chisholm trying to make the maneuver. Thomas was trying to get in position. Chisholm got up and was trying to get his balance. Thomas goes to the deck.
And then Towns with a little bump in the back of Chisholm, who didn't like that.
I think they're the two that got the tees. I want to make sure on that. Did Towns pick up one of the technicals? He did.
Apparently it was Towns and Chisholm, as you guessed.
And those count as personal fouls.
Yes. Lofton, back rim. Lofton and Irvin. Now Irvin down on the deck, gives it to Beverly. Chisholm almost knocked it away. Here's Hill with a screen for Irvin. Irvin fouled by Williams. No, they said jump ball. He tied him up. Had his hand on top of the ball, I guess. It'll be Tennessee's basketball on alternate possession.
I got to tell you, Irvin dribbled into some really big problems right there. He made that turn. He had nowhere to go, and he got nothing but Tennessee uniforms in front of him. I thought there's a pretty good block that time down inside by Brian Williams. You know, I expected this kind of game. Physical, tough. Both teams have played this way about the last 6 or 7 weeks of this season.
Howell brings it up against Welch. 5 minutes to go in the half of the tie game. Chisholm from Howell.
Tell you what, they give Howell credit.
Chisholm lost his headband. He's hurt. He's still back down court. And a foul called inside. And Chisholm fell down, lost his headband.
Boy, Jordan Howell did a great job of keeping possession and his dribble alive to get that ball down inside to Chisholm for that basket. Very slow to get up.
Then the foul called on Jordan Howell of Tennessee. Weems, 1 of 2. His first point of the game. Weems averages 15.
He had a terrible day yesterday against Vanderbilt, only 1 of 9.
Deep three by Juwan Smith, who looks over at Pelfrey, who stares down John Pelfrey.
How about that maneuver?
And a 3-second violation will turn it over.
Watch Juwan Smith. Watch him look over there.
And what did John Pelfrey do? Let's see.
What good shot by Juwan Smith.
I think John was any too pleased either with that look from Juwan Smith.
A little interplay there, a little exchange of words, a stare down.
Yeah, we definitely have some side issues going here tonight in this semifinal matchup. Here's Weems committing the Arkansas foul, number 2 on Sonny, puts Juwan Smith at the free throw line. A dozen points for Juwan.
Well, Juwan Smith loves to play against Arkansas, doesn't he?
Well, they had that good game, as you mentioned, in Knoxville. 15 goals here now. That's what the coaches will try to guard against as the tensions have escalated and the words and glares have escalated. Chris Lofton goes out with 10 points.
Tennessee starting to stretch this lead out right now, and the guy that's been carrying the offensive load has been Juwan Smith.
Puts another point on it. It's the biggest lead for Tennessee. That 8-0 run has given them a 7-point edge.
Thomas wants to get rid of the ball and he can't find anybody to give it to.
Swarmed by the Tennessee defense. Shooting over it for 3 is Welch. That's his third three-pointer of the half. Tyler Smith.
I'll tell you what, these guys like playing here, don't they? Come out of that dome and come over here and play at Georgia Tech. Shooting has been terrific.
Welch has had the hot hand. Thomas draws the foul from Tyler Smith. Nope. 3-point shots, points in the paint, glares, words. We've got it all here in the SEC semifinals. Good shooting, too. 62% Tennessee, 56 Arkansas.
Switch your old dandruff shampoo to one that's clearly different. New Selsun Blue Naturals. Clearly stops flakes and itch.
So soft.
Clearly gentle with vitamins and botanicals.
At the Arkansas free throw line. Already a good performance as he gets his 10th point, averaging 8 a game. He's the first player in double figures for the Razorbacks.
Tell you what, he played 25 minutes yesterday against this play.
Thomas, who scored over 1,100 points in his Arkansas career, knocks 2 off the lead. It's 44-40. Tennessee has 3 players already in double figures.
Razorbacks have gone to his own defense. They've gone to a 2-3. Tennessee has been slicing and dicing them up inside.
No look pass to Chisholm from Howell. He missed the shot, but he was fouled. Foul be on Towns. His first.
Once again, it was Jordan Howell delivering the pass. That's about the 3rd time in this first half where he's kept his dribble alive, found an open teammate, and got the ball to him in the right place.
Actually, that was the second foul on Darian Towns. Chisholm misses. Chisholm is just a 52% free throw shooter during Alabama tourism. 45-40 Volunteers. Beverly, a screen from Thomas. Thomas rolls to the three-point line. Shot is good. Charles Thomas having a great first half. 14 now for him. The senior from Jackson, Mississippi.
All those things that John Pelfrey had problems with during the year with him, they're all forgotten.
He's 5 for 5. Chisholm missed it. Well, not long ago, Tennessee was up 7, and here's Arkansas with the ball, a chance to tie or take the lead. Irvin blocked by Chisholm. Why did he go all the way in there against the big guys? And then Tennessee returns the favor. Without the express permission of the Southeastern Conference and Raycom Sports is prohibited. Minute 40, first half. Beverly. And a Tennessee foul.
Dribble weave on the outside, and then they wait and find the right man to dribble the ball down into the paint area to get into the lane to draw more defensive pressure from the other guys and drop it off or take the shot.
Beverly's now, and it's 45-44. Chisholm. Too hard off the glass. Beverly snatches it out of the air. Already Beverly with 4 rebounds.
Here comes that dribble weave and high pick. Irvin just backs away.
Hunter, a three. Vincent Hunter, all 6'10" of him, hitting a three-pointer. And it's Arkansas up by 2. The 11th lead change in the first half.
Tom Hunter's a very good three-point shooter. Not unusual for him to take that.
40 seconds left in the half. Juwan Smith challenges Hunter. Offensive foul, Juwan Smith.
In the first half, they have battled back.
Tennessee's gone cold. No field goals over the last 3 minutes. Missing 2 shots and turning it over twice.
Interesting, Arkansas's had the success with 3 guards out there in the lineup.
Arkansas can hold for the final shot, essentially. Maybe some tenths of a second difference. They don't wait. Beverly launching the 3. Welsh, three-pointer, no good at the horn to end the first half. Semi-final matchup between the Volunteers and the Razorbacks, and Arkansas has come from 7 down to take a 2-point lead, 47-45. Let's go to Dave Baker.
John, sometimes guys get caught up in how big an event is. This is kind of like a pickup game, you know. The gym's not filled up. They're going back and forth. Great play offensively and defensively.
Well, both teams want to go middle floor. Both teams want to be aggressive. I kind of like it.
I know. I noticed you were having some conversations over there in the sideline.
It's obviously a big basketball game. Everybody knows that. The team that plays the hardest and the smartest will have a great chance of winning.
Thanks, appreciate it. John Pelfrey and his Razorbacks go to the locker room as they lead the Volunteers by a bucket.
SEC Basketball is brought to you by
Presents at the break. Dave Neal back at Alexander Memorial Coliseum. It is halftime of semifinal number 1 between Tennessee and Arkansas, and the Razorbacks playing some fine offensive basketball. I'm alongside my partner, Barry Booker, knows a thing about offense or two. And Barry, a little different scenario than we had in our last quarterfinal game, which seems like it was played days ago, but actually started at noon between Georgia, which got the win over Kentucky. We had a combined, 46 points in that game, 47 points, and look where we are at 92. Your impressions of the first 20 minutes here?
Well, it's high scoring. Both teams taking a lot of three-point shots and doing a pretty good job knocking them down. Arkansas, as they did to Vanderbilt, seems like they're really dominating the backboards, getting those second chance opportunities and finding a way to score.
Well, as far as Tennessee goes, they've been known to give up a point or two, but boy, they had some electricity in the first 20 minutes.
Tyler Smith slamming that one home, and Juwan Smith knocking out this long three-point shot. He had a very good first half for the Vols, especially with his deep shooting.
Both teams shoot over 50% in the first half. Now, we talked about an offense. What about defense? I mean, is this a suspect defensive game, or are they just shooting the lights out?
Well, I think for the most part, Tennessee is just not doing the job on their defensive backboards, giving Arkansas too many opportunities. Arkansas, I think, doing a decent job defensively. They just gotta do a little bit better job. Tennessee's so good, and that with their ability to knock down shots, you just have to be that much more aggressive with them, especially out at the three-point line, because against Arkansas, you're not going to get much around the basket with their big guys.
Well, Juwan Smith went for 32 in the first meeting between these two clubs during the regular season. Tennessee won that one. We'll see what's in store. We'll have more after this. How about Stephon Welsh? Comes off the bench. Struggled a little bit this year shooting the basketball. He comes out here, no problem whatsoever.
He had a hot day shooting at the Georgia Dome yesterday against the Commodores and continues.
This was, we expected a high-flying, high-scoring affair, and we certainly got it here.
Yeah, indeed, and close. There have been 6 ties and 11 lead changes in that first half, and a good omen for Arkansas. They're 19-0 this season when leading at halftime. What about some first-half highlights?
Well, we could have filled the whole first half, fill halftime with all of the first-half highlights. Here are some of them right here. Nice play by Darian Towns on the catch and finish. He had 4. Watch this maneuver by Charles Thomas. He had 14 points and 5 rebounds in that first half. Coming back, Stephon Welsh once again. How about Tyler Smith for Tennessee? He has yet to miss a shot. And, of course, Juwan Smith here with the shot. And this is the glare shot. Turns and looks at John Pelfrey. Said, how about that, huh? Maybe a couple of words, too. Chris, the guy that gets it done on has all season long. Chris Lofton with a nice shot right there, one of his threes.
And a look at our Infinity halftime stats. Good shooting by both teams. Arkansas 55%, Tennessee 57. Three-point field goals, 6 of 12 on either end of the court. The free throws, 7 of 12 Arkansas, 7 of 9 Tennessee. Tennessee 1 more turnover, but they've gotten 4 more points off the turnovers. As we said, 6 ties, 11 lead changes. A close matchup here in this SEC tournament semifinal match with the winner to move to tomorrow's championship game. And second half action here coming up next. You've been watching At the Break, presented by Alabama Tourism.
By Cooper Tire and by GMC.
State Capitol in Atlanta, Georgia, a city that's been racked by powerful storms over the last 2 days. We're in Alexander Memorial Coliseum on the Georgia Tech campus with the Georgia Dome unsafe. 47-45 ready for the second half. And a few moments ago, Dave Baker talked with Bruce Pearl, the Tennessee coach.
This is unbelievable. This is like there aren't a lot of people here, kind of like a pickup game, players into it, coaches into it.
It's a great basketball game. 2 great teams, great athletes making great plays, and both teams are really hard to guard.
All right, thanks, Bruce. Best of luck second half. That's Bruce Pearl, and they're getting after it, Tom.
They are indeed, Buzz, verbally and physically, as Arkansas entered that first half on a 9-1 run to take the lead.
That's after Tennessee had a big run, and we've got a personal offensive foul. Weems was throwing that arm.
That's his third foul on Sonny Weems.
Weems not having a very good tournament to this point. Only 1 of 9 in that game yesterday, and just hasn't gotten into the flow.
Tyler Smith fouled by Irvin, and 1 for Tyler Smith. Irvin fouled him with a reach-in. Here are the first half scoring leaders. And for the second half, Wayne Chisholm begins on the Tennessee bench. Duke Cruz got the start, along with Tyler Smith, Ramar Smith, Juwan Smith, Chris Lofton.
It's a pretty small lineup out there for Tennessee.
Arkansas has Weems, Towns, Irvin, Hunter, and Beverly. Their starting five. Trouble inbounding the ball. Now Irvin gets it. A dozen lead changes in this semifinal matchup. Weems.
He still hasn't made a shot. 0 for 4.
Lamar Smith can't handle the pass from Tyler Smith, and there's a block. Towns rejected it. Beverly kept his balance. Dishing to Weems for three, an air ball all the way over the basket. Juwan Smith the other way.
Tom, one of the most consistent scorers in the Southeastern Conference, is in a drought here in the tournament.
Juwan Smith can't hit the three. Duke Cruz offensive rebound. And in the hands of Lofton. Lofton for three. And Weems able to tap it to his teammate. Irvin, Towns a nice catch. Fouled as he takes it up by Tyler Smith. Towns missing the free. Missed them both. Tyler Smith the rebound. Smith stays out there despite picking up his third foul. Juwan Smith from the corner. Lofton. Three-pointer for Chris Lofton.
One of the things Juwan Smith does very well is he tries to find Lofton if he can. If he doesn't have a shot, he's going to make sure his partner gets it.
3 of 5 shooting from three-point range for Lofton, who has 13 points. John Pelfrey takes a timeout. 18:02 on the clock. Tennessee's come storming back after halftime to recapture the lead. Tonight's game brought to you in part by ICBE Incorporated, building vision, building relationships. 51-47 balls, just 2 seconds short of 2 minutes into the second half.
John Pelfrey saw something about his defense he didn't like, and that's why he took the timeout so quickly in this second half.
Receives the inbounds pass. Charles Thomas back in. Did such a great job in the first half for the Razorbacks. That's the three-point shooting tonight. Towns backing down, puts it up and in.
Boy, he just backed Cruz right down to the block. Once he got him there, his size advantage, about 3 inches worth, was enough to get him up there and get it in.
Beverly took it all the way and laid it in.
Just like that, Arkansas's back.
Dozen points for Beverly, tied at 51.
Thomas does not come out to guard Tyler Smith. There's the man you got to guard.
Lofton for three, rims out. Whistle, and it's going to be an Arkansas foul. Playing with 3 fouls. Towns goes out now. Stephen Hill in.
Well, they don't lose very much defensively, but they certainly lose a lot offensively when Stephen Hill comes in to replace Darian Towns. 2-3 zone. Arkansas employing it. Right down to Lamar Smith looking at it.
Here is Lamar Smith. Hill hammered him as he took it to the rim. Number 3 on Stephen Hill. Good, his first point. Tennessee by 1.
Once again, Arkansas employing that 3-guard lineup out there. They've got Beverly, they've got Irvin, and they've got Welsh.
Beverly nearly had it swiped by Lofton. Pass deflected, stolen. Lofton, Chisholm. Well, poetic justice. Chisholm was the one that deflected the ball anyway, and he got the throw down.
Nice job by Chris Lofton handling the break that time. Waited to the last minute to give it up.
Lofton with his second steal. Welch, bodied by Ramar Smith. It'll be
Beverly very quick with those nice maneuvers, but here's the end play for Tennessee. As you watch Chris Lofton handle the ball. Took it right at the defense, and a nice job again by the big man running the floor at that time. It was Chisholm.
inbounds to Weems, who is returned for Arkansas, held by J.P. Prince. 3 on Prince. Towns, guarded by Chisholm. Here's Beverly. Irvin, crossover dribble on Jordan Howell, rejected by Chisholm, his second block. But Arkansas gets it right back.
Thomas.
And Thomas, again, in the right spot to convert. Nine offensive rebounds for Arkansas today, and Charles Thomas has 4 of them.
Jordan Howell trying to get everybody set up to run the half-court offense.
There's Howell's 3, comes out. Thomas
with another rebound.
7 of them. Thomas for 3. J.P. Prince gathers it. First miss by Charles Thomas in the game. Chisholm made a nice catch, got it to Williams, and short-armed the bank. And Charles Thomas, number 8.
Irvin wants to take Howell if he can.
Weems off the screen, firing a 3, no good. Back tap by Towns, the right to Howell of Tennessee. Sonny Weems 0 for 6. Howell to Williams, fumbled it though. He leaves for Prince, who throws it down.
How about that little no-look pass by the big center? Well, Brian Williams just dropped it right into Prince. He was streaking to the rim.
9 assists now for the Vols by 7 different players. Beverly for 3. Chisholm tried to hand it to Howell. It was swiped by Thomas, and he is fouled. Charles Thomas has been the man for Arkansas today. 56-53 Volunteers. Point lead on the Hogs. Here's Charles Thomas. What a game he's had for the Razorbacks. 16 points and 8 rebounds.
On the heels of 13 and 6 yesterday against Vanderbilt.
This game is pretty even in every department. 9 offensive rebounds to only 3 for Tennessee.
So the score should be close.
And as you see, it is, as Charles Thomas goes to the bench, having hit the free throws to push his point total to 18. And the man that was suspended earlier in the season by John Pelfrey got a high five from his coach as he went to the bench.
As I said, all is forgiven.
Lofton closed out by Hunter in the zone defense. Now Lofton slapped by Irvin. In the act of shooting a 3, it'll be 3 free throws for Chris Lofton as Irvin commits his second foul.
You see the look on Irvin's face? Looked around and said, who, me? 3-point shooters in the conference this year.
Chris hits all 3. 16 points for Lofton. With an entry pass to Towns, who comes to get it. 3-pointer. Welch is good.
Tom, is he a weapon for Arkansas? I mean, if he can come off the bench like that and deliver anywhere from 8 to 15 points every time he comes off of those pines over there, Arkansas could go a long way in an NCAA tournament.
4 of 5 from the three-point arc for Stephon Welch, who only averages 5 points a game. Timeout called. Vols take a timeout to save possession. So
that's the offense. He loves his club going up and down the court. They're the highest scoring team in the Southeastern Conference. And right now, Arkansas is keeping up with them almost every step of the way. I want to ask you something. That little flurry they had right there with the guys on the floor, I would like to see a rule change where you cannot call a timeout anywhere on the court.
Lofton, reverse is good. Chris Lofton now with 18.
Bring down the Arkansas defense that time, and a nice move again by Lofton. He's just not a three-point shooter anymore.
Welch gets a screen from Towns. Now Beverly. Collision, and Brian Williams cut for the personal foul.
Well, the Tennessee Volunteers are going to miss this young man next year, but he has got several more games to play to finish off a great career. Chris Lofton with a nice maneuver there.
Williams goes out after committing the foul. That's the 5th against Tennessee. Thomas back to Welch. He lost it. Chisholm. And knocked away from him by Welch, but Howell saves it for the Vols. And he does a no-look attempt, which is deflected out of bounds by Towns.
A little hot potato out there. Nobody can seem to hold on to the basketball.
He's a little wild and woolly there for a minute. Inbounds Juwan Smith. Late call on the foul.
Is that Towns' fourth?
It is. Going long and picked off by Tyler Smith. Trailing the play, Howe spotted for the three from Lofton. It won't go. Weems to Irvin. 2-on-2. Irvin up and in.
Wasn't sure whether he was going to give it up or just take it by himself. He took it by himself and went right at Jordan Howe.
63-60. Lofton to Chisholm. He's fouled by Weems. Or is it on Hill? It's on Weems. Sonny Weems committing his 4th foul. It's 63-60 Tennessee. With 11:30 to go in the semifinal game. And Rick Stansbury, the Mississippi State coach, got a kind of a long day for him. He was out here between Georgia and Kentucky. Then his team practiced in mid-afternoon, back for this game, and his Bulldogs could ball. Chisholm hits 1 of 2. 4-point advantage. Beverly. Back to Irvin. Faked the shot, but didn't take it. Here's Thomas. Charles Thomas continues his hot hand. 20 points to lead all scores.
Tyler Smith was really at a disadvantage. Once that ball got dropped down inside to him, Thomas just wheeled on him. Good switch that time out front by Beverly on Lofton.
And an Arkansas foul. 64-62. Arkansas chance to tie or take the lead. Beverly trying to spin, instead traveled. The 11th Arkansas turnover.
Sometimes Beverly gets himself into trouble, gets into harm's way, and he really pushes himself into position he can't get out of.
Deflected it into the hands of Hill, and now Irvin. And Lofton took it away from him, but fouled.
Well, once again, Arkansas having difficulty inbounding the ball underneath that basket. They're under their own basket, and the Volunteers they will not allow that ball to come in.
Lob it into the big 7-footer Hill. Gives it right back to Thomas, and he laid it in. 22 points for Charles Thomas.
Well, I tell you what a tremendous turnaround for Thomas.
Tyler Smith with a three.
He doesn't shoot a whole lot of threes. Rare for him to go out there and launch one.
Tyler has 19. Ties and 12 lead changes. Charles Thomas blocked by Chisholm. His third block of the game. Ramar Smith battling with Irvin. It'll count. And a foul on Gary Irvin. His third.
Thomas getting it done on the offensive end. Nice pass by Stephen Hill. Look at Thomas maneuver down inside. Good strong move to the rim. What's the foul there? I think Irvin picked up that foul, didn't he?
He did, his third.
Bruce Pearl applauding that play, and why not? Nicely done by Ramar Smith.
Biggest lead of the second half for Tennessee at 6. They had a 7-point lead in the first half. Irvin. Jump ball call. They tied him up. And possession arrow to Tennessee.
Give the Volunteers half-court defense a lot of credit. The last 3 trips down the floor for Arkansas on their offensive end, it's been Tennessee who has dominated. Not allowed them to do very much with the ball, and it's the reason that they've got that 6-point lead.
So 3 turnovers in the last 2.5 minutes for Arkansas. Chisholm gets a rest on the Tennessee bench as Ramar Smith walks it up court. 9 minutes left in the game. The winner plays in the championship game tomorrow afternoon. Tyler Smith, another 3. 22 points for Tyler and Tennessee's biggest lead.
Tyler Smith feeling the threes. Gary Irvin says we need timeout.
Arkansas timeout as Tennessee has gone up 9 with a 9-0 run.
Well, it's been Tyler Smith's show for the last 3 minutes. A couple of back-to-back threes for him. Doing a little pirouette down the floor. Tyler Smith's had an excellent evening. He started well in the first half, and he's just kept it going in the second. Nice turnaround spin move there. Nice dribble from the wing, penetrating into the lane for the basket. And here he is going strong against Stephen Hill. That may have been the best play of the entire game. Here he is making his first of 2 threes. Here's his second. Tyler Smith having a good offensive afternoon.
He's 9 of 10 shooting, including 3 for 3 from three-point land. Has 4 rebounds to go with those 22 points. And we'll complete the semifinal round next. The nightcap matches Mississippi State and Georgia. Back out to Hunter. Shot clock at 7. 3 to shoot. Welch missing a 3, but Towns cleans it up with another offensive rebound. First one rolls away.
Well, Tom, he's had a terrible afternoon at the free throw line.
Arkansas as a team is 9 of 17. And Towns is 0 for 5. Finally, team foul against Arkansas. So 2 free throws for Tennessee over the last 8 minutes of the game.
Yeah, the one thing about Tennessee is, and we have talked about it all year, is the fact that they don't shoot free throws very well. Is Earl probably not very upset with that, even though Arkansas is going to get some free throws out of it.
So here's Towns again at the free throw line. As they fall back into the zone. 8 minutes to play in the semifinal. Prince. Tap no good. Out of bounds. It'll be Arkansas's basketball. We'll take a break with 2 ticks under 8 minutes left in the semifinal game between Tennessee and Arkansas, and the Vols on top. 7 Tennessee. And Raycom Sports and Alabama Tourism have teamed up for the tip-off tee-off contest. Prizes and Nike golf clubs and accessories. Log on to RaycomSports.com for your chance to win. Let's go to Dave Baker.
Tom, we've talked about how up and down this basketball game is. Take a look at the end of the Tennessee benches. The training staff is working on Juwan Smith. He's been cramping up. They've really been icing down that right calf, and they've been applying those cold compresses around the neck, and you can see a lot of concern. Certainly the way he's played, they want to get him back out there as quickly as possible.
All right, thanks, Buzz. Arkansas with the basketball. Update you on the stats. Arkansas is 24-46, 52% shooting. Tennessee 24-44, 55%. 11 of 19 free throws for Arkansas. 17 of 23 Tennessee. That'll be a hold on.
Oh, watch him operate here. Cruz reached out and just grabbed him with his left arm.
And that's 3 on Cruz. No, excuse me, 4 on Duke Cruz. Prince is out, and so is Cruz. Juwan Smith has got
those 4 fouls. Let Hill come in and spell him a couple of times. Like I said, they lose a lot offensively, but they don't lose anything defensively.
Lofton for 3. Stephen Hill grabs it. Arkansas trying to mount a comeback. They trailed by 9 a moment ago. Charles Thomas has been their man. That one wild. Hill tapped no good. Tapped one more time. And a Tennessee foul. 7 minutes and 13 seconds. Here's Charles Thomas, one of the best games of his career.
And he keeps mounting up more points. Arkansas has battled back again, Tom.
Season high for him and almost a double-double. He's had 2 double-doubles this season, 8 in his career.
This is what they expected of him all season long. And finally, he's delivering.
Tennessee with the ball. The lead cut to 3. Ramar Smith challenges Hill. And Ramar Smith knocked to the court. Stephen Hill's 4th foul.
You know, 3 of those fouls have been charged against him. Each time, 3 different guys have gone at him to go in and make a layup, and each time he has committed the foul. The question I've got is, when you're 7 feet, do you really need to lunge forward into the guy? Just stand there and reject the ball or make it difficult for him to shoot it.
Ramar Smith, first free throw good. Two free throws for Ramar Smith, 7 points. The last 10 points in the game combined have come from the free throw line. Weems puts it inside to Towns, and 1. Darian Towns. Michael
Washington makes an appearance on the front line for Arkansas. The Razorbacks within 2. Ramar Smith spinning. No basket. Offensive foul.
Washington had good position. I'm not sure he didn't flop a little bit on this, too. Well, Bruce Pearl really yelling at his club right now. Look at this spin. You know what? That's pretty good play.
Yeah.
Pretty good defensive play. He got there, got good position.
.620 now to play. Arkansas not done yet. They keep battling back. They trailed by 9. But they have come back to cut the lead to 2 with the basketball. Beverly in trouble. Ramar Smith nearly had it from him. And a 3-point. No, it's a long 2. Long 2 for Sonny Weems.
He finally got a basket.
Weems, who has been struggling the entire game, the entire time. 10 ties, 12 lead changes. We knew it wasn't going to be an easy victory like it was for Tennessee at Thompson-Boling. And it has been very close throughout, despite the fact that Tennessee had a 7-point lead in the first half and a 9-point lead in the second half. Well, you know, Larry, in many ways, this has been a tournament to remember, hasn't it? Lots of close games, and of course, the weather and the change of venue and all the other things. They'll be talking about this one for a long, long time.
For a very long time.
Since Tennessee claimed that 9-point lead, the biggest of the game, Arkansas has gone on a 12-3 run. Good behavior from his radio broadcast. Chisholm got it, rolled it through, and then ran over Washington. The two picked themselves up out of a tangle, and Tennessee reclaims the lead.
It was a nice little soft touch, wasn't it? Just got around the edge of the rim.
Backdoor cut. Chisholm blocks Beverly, but fouled him. Third foul on Wayne Chisholm.
Foul, but he did a nice job on the other end offensively by catching and just laying it up softly on the edge of the rim. Washington in no place to guard him there in that position.
Beverly hits 1 of 2.
Well, these two clubs have gone toe-to-toe, haven't they? Seems like every time Tennessee pushes out to a 6, 7, 8-point lead, Arkansas comes back on them.
And a lot at stake. Here's Lofton for 3.
I am going to miss hearing you say that next year.
Timeout, Arkansas.
Let's go back and watch again. One of Tom's favorite comments, Lofton for 3. And usually it goes through.
21 points for Chris Lofton, as the SEC's all-time leader adds to his total. 81-77, 5 minutes, 10 seconds left. Tennessee playing to ensure a #1 seed in the NCAA tournament. Arkansas playing to make sure they are invited to the tournament. And, of course, the winner of the tournament championship gets the automatic invitation from the SEC, and that removes all doubt. 2,098 career points. That's just 7 short of Reggie Johnson as the #4 all-time scorer at Tennessee. Beverly got away, but as Williams blocked the shot, Patrick Beverly will return to the free throw line. First half, Arkansas hit 7 of 12 free throws. The second half, they're 12 of 13. Off the glass and down. 15 for Beverly, and 81-79. The lead is 2.
Partner, we've had some good games this week.
Have indeed. Lots of good games in this SEC tournament, no matter where they're playing.
That's a good smooth by Tyler Smith, bringing that ball out like that.
Now 10 to shoot. Tyler Smith, 5 to shoot. Smith over Washington, good.
6'10" Michael Washington holding his ground, but Tyler Smith, number 24.
It's reminiscent of that shot he made in Memphis. Same kind of move.
That's a season high for him. 24 points. Beverly to the rim. Good.
Well, these Arkansas guards are so quick getting to that rim.
Welch went for the steal, but instead committed the foul on Ramar Smith. 3:48 left in this semifinal game. Tennessee clinging to the lead. Back after this from your local SEC station.
This Tuesday.
And by Geico.
From the Georgia Aquarium to the campus of Georgia Tech. Alexander Memorial Coliseum, this venerable venue for the Yellow Jackets. The scene of the SEC tournament semifinals with the Georgia Dome unsafe. And instead of having 24,000 people, we have what, 1,000?
Probably pretty close to that. Yeah. A lot more media in here than our fans.
Somehow the fans find a way to get in, even though it's supposed to be limited to official parties from the two schools. Cheerleaders and bands, of course, are in, and the media.
Our definition of official is very nebulous.
First free throw rolls away for Ramar Smith, who has 7 points in the game. That's Duke Cruz, who replaces Tyler Smith. Missed them both. And here comes Arkansas. Irvin to Weems.
Oh, what a catch by Weems.
Weems somehow with an acrobatic catch and throw down to tie the game.
Tom, that's one of the greatest catches I think I've ever seen.
The 11th tie of this game, and in spectacular fashion by Sonny Weems.
He was so far out of position to catch that ball.
Chisholm just went right to the defense and laid it in. He's in double figures. Tennessee back up 2. 3 minutes left.
Juwan Smith doing a nice job on Irvin out front.
Here's Sonny Weems.
Let Towns operate.
Darian Towns spots Irvin for 3. Good!
Terrific pass by Towns. Irvin all by himself over there.
Arkansas by 1, the 13th lead change. Ramar Smith, no good. Rebounded by Towns and Thomas. And Irvin now sets it up. 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Weems, another good catch under pressure. Weems, fall away is good.
Tom, the 2 best plays so far in this game in the last minute have been the 2 catches by Sonny Weems.
And Arkansas has hit 4 shots in a row. 2 of them by Sonny Weems.
Hard to pinpoint one guy today for Arkansas that you could say has really carried this team.
Well, Charles Thomas.
Thomas has done a really good job.
But it has been, as you said, a team effort, a group effort. They have Thomas with 24. Towns has 14. 12 points for Welch. 17 for Beverly. And the double-double for Charles Thomas, 24 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists for Gary Irvin, and 9 points. So it is a group effort.
The Arkansas team looks like they're starting to come together. A little bit of a stumble there in late February and the early part of March, but well, they played well yesterday, and they're doing it again here this evening. Their monitors right now.
Second semifinal game, Georgia, Mississippi State up next. Tim Brando, Joe Dean.
defense. Lofton for three. Yes!
He did it again. What a great basketball game this has been.
Tied for the 12th time. Thomas against Chisholm. Pulling his way up, no good. Kept alive by Hill. Still loose. Tennessee has him.
Tennessee just out-touched Arkansas on that play. That was a battle for a loose ball down there. Tennessee came away with it.
What few fans are here are on their feet. Lofton, ball touched by Beverly, no over and back. A minute left. Chris Lofton fouled as he got around the screen set by Chisholm. It's on Beverly. His third foul.
You know, one of the things Lofton does very well, I mean, he uses screens about as well as anybody I have seen come through this league. He had Chisholm out there, and he was just running Beverly one side and then the other off of Chisholm.
See the pretty even situation in the reset. Chris Lofton, 24 points, 5 of 9 from three-point range. As you see, he's hit 5 of 6 at the free throw line. That one came away. Chris Lofton, the SEC's best free throw shooter, missing. He'll have one more.
Hard to believe. It is a story when he misses a free throw.
Second one on the money. The lead is 1. Irvin finds Thomas. He missed it. Tapped in by Towns.
Irvin with another great pass. How about Towns again down inside?
40 seconds. Ramar Smith. Thomas jumps out on him. Irvin picks him back up. Jawan Smith for three. No good. Chris Lofton the offensive rebound. And Tennessee's Bruce Pearl over on the bench calls a timeout. Final Tennessee timeout.
Well, that was a fortunate break. That ball came all the way out to Chris Lofton on that miss. How about Chris Lofton? I mean, he's just incredible. Hit that big shot yesterday to give him that win, and here he is, put him back in contention again with that tie-breaking shot.
Thomas with that miss, but Towns there to tap it in. The offensive board again by Arkansas. They have done such a great job in this tournament on the offensive glass.
Well, John Pelfrey now has to really have his defense step up.
Well, do you call a play like this again? Chris Lofton, the game-winning three against South Carolina.
You know, that shot that he just took that tied the game up was very similar in about the same position that he took it yesterday.
.9 on the clock. Chisholm. Tyler Smith. Here's Jawan Smith right underneath. He got away from the defense.
Welsh lost him.
91-90. 15 seconds. Irvin uses a screen from Thomas. Falls down, needs some help. Gets it inside to Stephen Hill, the big man. A rare basket, his first of the game. 2 seconds. Chris Lofton, can he do it again? No! Arkansas wins.